I've spent the past few days wrestling with a question that caught me off guard. Why do I care so deeply about the death of a man I never met? Charlie Kirk wasn't a personal friend. I consumed his content, agreed with much of his worldview, and at times found his delivery to be different than my own. But he was effective, where I often felt lacking. His death struck something deeper than admiration. It exposed a wound that I've carried quietly for years. I'm a father of six, a grandfather many times over. My children span every stage of life from adulthood to middle school. Though I was raised in a Christian home, I struggled with faith for much of my adult life. I raised my children as agnostic, believing they should find their own way. But now, as I find myself returning to faith, I see more clearly the spiritual void our culture has created and the urgency to fill it with truth. Charlie Kirk reached the next generation in ways I could not. He spoke their language, he met them on their turf, he challenged them to think critically, to seek truth, and to find spiritual grounding in Jesus Christ. That's why his death feels so personal, because his fight was my fight. His mission was my mission. My fight is on a less grand scale, but no less important. It's the quiet battle to guide my children, to speak truth in my community, and to stand firm in a world that rewards compromise. Our republic is in peril. We are witnessing the collapse of moral order, the erosion of civic virtue, and the normalization of dysfunction. Violence is commonplace. Anarchy reigns in our cities. Homelessness spreads like rot. The cost of living has crushed the American dream, and our youth, starved of truth, are fed a steady diet of progressive ideology through media, academia, and entertainment. Government has grown bloated and tyrannical. Our leaders have failed to conserve the principles that once made this nation great. The left does not seek common ground, they seek conquest. And the right? Well, we're fractured. Some call for war, others for reconciliation, but the time for silence is over. The young have always carried the spark of change, but it's the duty of the older generation to provide direction, temperance, and wisdom. But we failed to do so. We failed to grow spiritually. We failed to debate with civility. We failed to offer sane, sober, and moral solutions. Even now, the left celebrates Charlie Kirk's death. They use dog whistles to incite violence against those who dare to dissent. And yet, Charlie never called for violence. He called for dialogue. He called for truth. He called for Christ. I may be too old to fight in the streets, but I'm not too old to fight with words. This is a battle for minds, for hearts, for souls. It's a battle for our children and grandchildren. It's a battle for the future of this nation. Let's honor Charlie Kirk, not with mourning, but with mobilization. Let's speak the truth without euphemism. Let's name names. Let's expose the rot. Let's invite Jesus Christ to reclaim this nation. Join me. Let's save our children. Let's save our country. Let's fight for the soul of America. Thank you.